Welcome to the fascinating world of amphibians. These unique creatures are among the first vertebrates to make the leap from water to land. Amphibians such as frogs, salamanders, and caecilians have captivated scientists and nature lovers alike for centuries. Their name, derived from Greek, means double life, reflecting their ability to thrive both in water and on land. In this video, we'll explore their origins, evolution, characteristics, and the remarkable adaptations that have allowed them to survive in diverse environments. Get ready to discover how amphibians bridge the gap between aquatic and terrestrial life. About 360 million years ago, amphibians became the first vertebrates to venture onto land. This monumental step in evolution was made possible by a series of adaptations inherited from their fish ancestors. Early amphibians still spent much of their lives in water, but their ability to survive on land set the stage for the rise of all terrestrial vertebrates. The transition was gradual, with many species retaining aquatic features while developing new traits suited for life on land. This dual existence is a hallmark of amphibians even today. Move from water to land required significant changes. Lobefin fishes, the ancestors of amphibians, possessed several pre-adaptations that made this transition possible. These included sturdy limb-like fins with bone structures capable of supporting weight, modified pouches in their digestive tracts that evolved into lungs, and internal nostrils for breathing air. These features allowed early amphibians to explore new habitats and access resources unavailable to strictly aquatic animals. Amphibians and lobefin fishes share many anatomical similarities, especially in their skulls and vertebral columns. The bones in the fins of lobefin fishes are remarkably similar in shape and position to the limb bones of amphibians. These homologous structures provide strong evidence of their evolutionary relationship. Early amphibians likely used their sturdy fins to move along the bottoms of shallow waters and to support their bodies while resting. Early amphibians developed several adaptations for life on land. These included 4 strong limbs, lungs for breathing air, and sense organs adapted to detect airborne scents and sounds. Despite these changes, many early amphibians retained aquatic features, such as large tail fins and lateral line canals for detecting water movement. Their teeth and gills also indicated a diet and lifestyle closely tied to water. One of the most notable differences between fish and amphibians is their skin. Amphibian skin is moist and permeable, allowing for the exchange of gases and water. This unique feature enables amphibians to use their skin as a respiratory membrane, unlike fish, whose scales prevent such gas exchange. To maintain moist skin, amphibians often live in damp environments or are active at night, reducing water loss through evaporation. During the late Devonian and Carboniferous periods, amphibians diversified into 2 main evolutionary lines. One line led to modern amphibians, while the other gave rise to reptiles. This early diversification allowed amphibians to become widespread and abundant. Today, there are about 4,500 species of amphibians, grouped into 3 main orders: Anura, Caudata, and Gymnophiona. Modern amphibians are divided into 3 orders. The largest, Anura, includes frogs and toads. Caudata contains salamanders, and Gymnophiona consists of caecilians. Each order is unique in its adaptations and lifestyle, but all share the fundamental amphibian traits of a dual life and a reliance on moist environments. Amphibians share several key characteristics. Most undergo metamorphosis, changing from aquatic larvae to terrestrial adults. Their skin is moist and thin, lacking scales. Amphibian feet, if present, lack claws and are often webbed. They use gills, lungs, and skin for respiration, and their eggs are typically laid in water or moist places, lacking shells or complex membrane. Neurons, which include frogs and toads, are found worldwide except in polar regions and some isolated islands. They inhabit diverse environments from deserts to rainforests. Frogs typically have smooth, moist skin, while toads have rough, bumpy skin. Both are adapted for jumping, with long, muscular legs and compact bodies. Adult anurans are carnivorous, feeding on a variety of prey, and most return to water to reproduce. Frogs and toads are characterized by bodies built for jumping. Their long, muscular legs provide the power needed for leaping, while strong forelimbs help absorb the shock of landing. The word anuran means tailless, reflecting the absence of tails in adult frogs and toads. These adaptations make anurans agile hunters and effective at escaping predators. Salamanders, members of the order Caudata, have elongated bodies, long tails, and moist skin. Most have 4 limbs, though a few are fully aquatic. Salamanders are primarily nocturnal carnivores, feeding on a variety of small animals. They are most diverse in North and Central America, with some species found in Asia and Europe. The largest group, lungless salamanders, absorb oxygen through their skin. Salamanders exhibit a range of reproductive strategies. Many lay eggs in water, which hatch into swimming larvae. Others lay eggs on land, which hatch directly into miniature adults. Most salamanders use internal fertilization, with females picking up sperm packets deposited by males. In some species, females guard the eggs until they hatch, providing protection and increasing survival rates. Caecilians, the least known order of amphibians, are legless, burrowing animals that resemble small snakes. They live in tropical regions of Asia, Africa, and South America. Most caecilians are blind, relying on chemosensory tentacles to locate prey. They are carnivorous, feeding on worms and other invertebrates. Reproduction varies, with some species laying eggs and others giving birth to live young. Caecilians are highly specialized for a burrowing lifestyle. Their bodies are elongated and lack limbs, and their eyes are often covered by skin or bone, rendering them blind. Some species have scales embedded in their skin. Caecilians provide fascinating examples of parental care, with some species nourishing their young with secretions from the female's reproductive tract. Amphibian skin plays a crucial role in both respiration and protection. It is moist and permeable, allowing for the rapid diffusion of gases and water. Mucus glands keep the skin lubricated while other glands secrete substances that deter predators. However, this permeability also makes amphibians vulnerable to dehydration and pollution, so they are often found in moist environments. Amphibian skeleton is adapted to support the body against gravity on land. Interlocking vertebrae form a rigid spine, while strong limbs and specialized girdles transfer body weight efficiently. In frogs, bones are fused for strength and shock absorption, enabling powerful jumps and safe landings. These skeletal adaptations are key to amphibians' success on land. Amphibians have a three-chambered heart and a double-loop circulatory system. One loop carries deoxygenated blood to the lungs and back, while the other delivers oxygenated blood to the body. This system allows for more efficient oxygen delivery compared to the single-loop system of fish, supporting the higher metabolic demands of life on land. Amphibians respire through gills, lungs, and skin at different life stages. Larvae typically use gills while adults rely on lungs and cutaneous respiration. Frogs use a unique positive pressure breathing mechanism, pumping air into their lungs by raising and lowering the floor of their mouth. This dual respiratory system is essential for their survival in both aquatic and terrestrial environments. The digestive system of amphibians is adapted for a carnivorous diet. Food passes through the mouth, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestines, and exits via the cloaca. The stomach and intestines are elastic, allowing amphibians to consume large prey. Accessory organs like the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas aid in digestion and nutrient absorption. Amphibians have kidneys that filter nitrogenous wastes from the blood. Larvae excrete ammonia, which requires a lot of water to dilute. Adults convert ammonia to urea, a less toxic compound that conserves water. The urinary bladder can store water, allowing amphibians to survive dry periods by reabsorbing water from urine. Amphibian brain is well developed for both aquatic and terrestrial life. Large olfactory lobes process smells while the cerebrum integrates behavior and learning. Optic lobes handle visual information and the cerebellum coordinates movement. The medulla oblongata controls vital functions like heart rate and respiration. 10 pairs of cranial nerves connect the brain to the body. Amphibians have highly developed senses of sight, smell, and hearing. Their eyes are protected by a nictitating membrane, and sound is detected through the tympanic membrane and transmitted to the inner ear by the columella bone. While larval amphibians have a lateral line system for detecting water movement, most adults lose this feature during metamorphosis. Most amphibians rely on water for reproduction. Males attract females with species-specific calls, and fertilization is usually external. The male grasps the female in an embrace called amplexus, releasing sperm over the eggs as they are laid. This strategy ensures that eggs are fertilized in a moist environment, essential for their development. The life cycle of a frog begins with fertilized eggs laid in water. These hatch into tadpoles, which are aquatic and breathe through gills. As they grow, tadpoles undergo metamorphosis, developing legs, losing their tails and gills, and transforming into air-breathing adults. This dramatic change is regulated by the hormone thyroxine. Metamorphosis in amphibians involves significant physical changes. Tadpoles grow legs, their tails and gills disappear, and lungs develop for breathing air. The mouth broadens and teeth form, preparing the young frog for a carnivorous diet. Not all amphibians undergo complete metamorphosis. Some, like the axolotl, remain in the larval stage throughout their lives. Parental care is common among amphibians, increasing the chances of offspring survival. Some species guard their eggs, keeping them moist and safe from predators. Others, like Darwin's frog, carry eggs in their vocal sacs until the young emerge. In rare cases, females swallow eggs, allowing them to develop in the stomach, protected from the environment. Some amphibians have adapted to survive in arid environments. Desert-dwelling frogs and toads often spend most of their lives in moist burrows underground, emerging only after heavy rains to feed and reproduce. Their ability to store water in the bladder and reduce activity during dry periods helps them cope with harsh conditions. Because amphibian skin is highly permeable, these animals are sensitive to environmental changes and pollutants. Their presence or absence in an ecosystem can indicate the health of the environment. Scientists often study amphibian populations to monitor the effects of pollution, habitat loss, and climate change. Observing live frogs provides valuable insights into their behavior and adaptations. In a terrarium, you can study their external features such as eyes, nostrils, and tympanic membranes. Watching their movements, breathing, and feeding responses reveals how they interact with their environment and utilize their unique adaptations. When placed in water, frogs display specialized swimming behaviors. Their powerful hind legs propel them efficiently, while their head remains above the surface for breathing. Observing the coloration on their dorsal and ventral sides reveals adaptations for camouflage and predator avoidance. Frogs have eyes positioned on the sides of their heads, giving them a wide field of vision. This adaptation helps them detect predators and prey both on land and in water. Their hearing is also well developed, with the tympanic membrane transmitting sound to the inner ear, allowing them to respond quickly to environmental cues. Frogs breathe by moving the floor of their mouth, creating pressure changes that draw air into their lungs. This positive pressure breathing is unique among vertebrates and is essential for their survival on land. The process involves closing the nostrils, raising the mouth floor, and forcing air into the lungs. Amphibians are skilled hunters using their keen senses and specialized tongues to capture prey. Frogs, for example, have sticky tongues that can rapidly extend to snatch insects. Their diet varies with size and species, but most adults are carnivorous while some larvae are herbivorous. Frogs often display different coloration on their dorsal and ventral sides. The darker dorsal side helps them blend into the environment from above, while the lighter ventral side reduces visibility from below. This coloration provides effective camouflage, protecting them from predators in both aquatic and terrestrial habitats. The frog skeleton is uniquely adapted for jumping. Fused bones in the limbs and spine provide strength and flexibility, while thick pectoral girdles absorb the impact of landing. These adaptations allow frogs to leap great distances and quickly escape danger. Amphibian heart consists of 2 atria and 1 ventricle. Blood from the body enters the right atrium, while oxygenated blood from the lungs enters the left atrium. Both are pumped into the ventricle, which then sends blood to the lungs and body. This system minimizes mixing of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood, supporting efficient circulation. Nervous system of amphibians is similar to that of bony fish, but with larger olfactory and optic lobes. These enhancements support their complex behaviors, including hunting, escaping predators, and navigating both aquatic and terrestrial environments. The spinal cord and nerves ensure rapid communication throughout the body. Frogs have excellent vision and hearing, crucial for detecting prey and predators. The nictitating membrane protects their eyes, while the tympanic membrane and columella transmit sound to the inner ear. These adaptations allow amphibians to thrive in a variety of environments, relying on their senses for survival. Amphibian eggs lack shells and are usually laid in water or moist environments. The jelly-like coating protects the eggs and keeps them hydrated. After fertilization, the eggs hatch into larvae, which then undergo metamorphosis to become adults. This reproductive strategy is closely tied to their dependence on water. Not all amphibians follow the typical aquatic egg-laying pattern. Some lay eggs in moist places on land, such as under rocks or in trees. Parental care varies widely, with some species constructing nests or even carrying eggs on their bodies. These diverse strategies help ensure the survival of their young in different environments. Amphibians face numerous threats, including habitat loss, pollution, climate change, and disease. Their sensitivity to environmental changes makes them vulnerable, and many species are declining worldwide. Conservation efforts focus on protecting habitats, reducing pollution, and monitoring populations to ensure their survival. Amphibians play vital roles in ecosystems as both predators and prey. They help control insect populations and serve as food for a variety of animals. Their presence supports biodiversity and contributes to the balance of aquatic and terrestrial habitats. From their ancient origins to their modern diversity, amphibians illustrate the incredible adaptability of life. Their unique features, life cycles, and behaviors have enabled them to thrive in a wide range of environments. As we continue to study and protect these remarkable animals, we gain valuable insights into evolution, adaptation, and the health of our planet. Amphibians remind us of the delicate balance between water and land, and the importance of protecting our natural world. By understanding their biology and the challenges they face, we can better appreciate their role in nature and work towards a future where amphibians continue to thrive alongside us.